What's going on, YouTube? It's Steve O'Hoppa coming at you with another update video on my African cichlid tank. It's been, I think, a little over 2 months since I brought a video to you, and it was not my plan to wait this long to bring you another video. In fact, when I started doing YouTube videos a few months ago, the reason I was doing them was because I wanted to share my love of the fish keeping hobby, and specifically African cichlid keeping. I'm relatively new to African cichlids. I've kept fish for many years of my life, but just started keeping African cichlids back in January of this year. And so it was my goal to bring videos that shared my love for fish keeping and African cichlids, to share things that I learned along the way, species highlights, unboxing videos and reviews of breeders and suppliers. And the last video that I posted was just a real short blurb that I recorded with my phone called Chaos in the Tank. I had just gotten my most recent delivery of fish from Southeast Cichlids, and had some beautiful fish. Just shared a brief clip. Well, very shortly after that, and in some ways related to that, I had tragedies start falling on my tank, and that's why I have not been sharing videos lately. I have been struggling through some things, and it has taken me a long time to get to the point where I wanted to do another video and share with you guys what's going on. In fact, I sat here with my camera out looking at my aquarium for 15 minutes or more, just deciding, do I really want to do this? What do I want to say? And the reason I feel like I need to share this with you is because it goes back to why I wanted to do YouTube videos in the first place. And that's to share experiences. I go to YouTube so I can watch and learn from others and see beautiful fish and learn tips and tricks and what works and what doesn't. And through some of the things I've gone through, I'm hoping maybe this can save some of you from problems in your own tank. Save you the heartache that I've gone through in some ways with many of my fish. If you were to go back and look at that brief video I posted called Chaos in the Tank from a few months ago, I think it was back in early April, this tank was fuller than it is now. And that's not because I've moved these fish to other tanks. It's unfortunately because I've lost a number of fish. And so I want to share with you what's going on. I think we're finally coming through it and doing better. But I wanted to share with you what happened so that you can learn from my mistakes. And you know, some of you watching are very experienced fish keepers and African cichlid keepers. And to some of you, you might shake your head while you listen to this video and think, yep, I could have told you that. But some lessons are learned the hard way, and hopefully I'm sharing this will save somebody from learning these lessons the hard way. I've got a lot of beautiful fish in here, and I had a lot more beautiful fish. So just to give you my story, started keeping African cichlids in January of 2016. That's about 6 months ago, and started by ordering a few juveniles, and then increased slowly over the course of time. And by April, I had fully stocked this tank, really far overstocked this tank. I thought that I could handle as many fish as I had. And if they had been smaller, that's probably true. As you can see, I've got a few fish in here that are rather large. This Venustus, who's not showing his spots at the moment, but this Venustus, Spilonotus, Red Empress. I've got some rather large fish in here. Got some smaller ones as well. And if all of my fish were as small as some of these here, then I probably could have handled as many fish as I had, which was very close to 30. I don't remember the exact count, but it was close to 30 fish I had in here. But I stocked this tank too quickly, first of all, and secondly, I stocked it too high. African cichlid keepers, we actually intentionally overstock our tanks many times. Helps cut down on violence in the tank, and it's exciting to watch the energy and just the chaos of fish constantly moving around. It's fun. But with that comes an extreme responsibility. These fish are constantly producing waste, and to get rid of it, there's only one thing you can do, which is water changes. Right now, I am not set up to be able to do any kind of an automatic water changing system. That would be nice to do, and perhaps I could find some way to rig that up in here. But my fish room is really a multi-purpose room. It's one of the spare bedrooms in my home. It does have my aquariums in it, but it also has a sleeper sofa, so this room has to still be able to double as a spare bedroom if we have guests. It also has some storage and things like that because we're out of storage space. So I can't just turn this room into the ultimate fish room with plumbing and all of that for automatic watering or automatic water changing systems and the like. So that means, like many of you, I have to do those water changes manually myself. I have a Python water changer. My bathroom's actually the room right next to this one, so it's not a big deal. Takes 30, 45 minutes, something like that. But I underestimated just how much waste a tank with around 30 fish could produce, and many of those fish being rather large fish. And I was doing just fine. I was checking my water parameters prior to the last delivery. I was checking my water parameters, doing very well. And then I added this last batch of fish, and it got out of control in a hurry. And I checked my parameters after what was about what I had been used to doing for water changes, and was shocked at how high my nitrates were. So I did a water change, but I didn't learn quickly enough, I don't think. And then on top of that, about a week and a half after I got those fish, I also went out of town for about a week, flew out to Phoenix, and it's unbelievable the effect that high nitrates can have on your aquarium. High nitrates can potentially kill fish by themselves, and I believe that's what happened to my first loss. I lost a tigress, my very first loss in this tank. I was sad to watch. This was before my trip out to Phoenix. And I didn't really know what was going on, but that's what actually encouraged me to check the water parameters. Was when I saw that fish struggling right before he died. And so nitrates can kill by themselves. The other thing that nitrates do, even if they don't kill the fish outright, is they lower their immune system. And one of the things we fight, in addition to water parameters in our aquariums, is parasites. And parasites, it's very difficult to fully eliminate parasites in your aquarium. But under normal circumstances, the fish's immune system can actually keep those parasites at bay. But if you have hampered the fish's immune system by having water parameters that are out of control, high nitrates, then the fish is not equipped to fight those parasites like it would, and those parasites can lead to bloat, which I had, and other things. And ultimately, I lost a lot of really, really nice fish, including two of my favorites. I lost a Jalo reef, which had gotten absolutely gorgeous, and I lost an iceberg frieri, which was also just stunningly beautiful. I lost a fish that I had purchased specifically for my wife, which was a red cap Lethrinops. He had not really come into his own yet, but he was still a pretty fish, very personable, would feed out of your hands. And, you know, I tell you this because it broke my heart to watch. Over the course of about a month and a half, 2 months, I lost something around 8 fish. I don't remember the exact number, but I lost quite a few fish. And I chalk that up to a couple of things. First of all, yes, I'm a newbie at African cichlids. Haven't kept an aquarium with this many fish and this size fish ever before in my life. And while they're pretty hardy fish, they can't withstand indefinitely their living environments being polluted with nitrates. And so I lost a lot of fish. I believe that I'm on the uptick. I haven't had a loss now in several weeks. The water parameters are doing well. As you can see, the water is very clear and clean, looking good. I'll tell you, these fish are still pooping machines. I've got to stay up on my water changes to get the poop out and to get the nitrates down. But I lost a lot, and it took some of the fun out of fish keeping. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it took a lot of the fun out of fish keeping. And fish keeping is about enjoying a beautiful creature, being able to have that in your home, and it's a pet. It's something you grow attached to. You learn their personalities. You admire their beauty, and you have fun watching the antics and the habits that they form. And then to know that my ignorance and in some ways negligence killed these animals, it breaks my heart. So I come to you tonight hoping to revitalize my fish keeping videos. I'd like to start bringing you more updates on the aquarium, how things are going, things that I learn and do, progress on fish growing. But sometimes I need to bring you information like this. Learn from what I did. If you're new to this hobby, it can be a fun and awesome thing. Beautiful fish with amazing personalities that you get to stare at for hours. But they're a responsibility too. They take work and they rely on you for their lives. Not just to feed them, but to provide them with a home that will sustain their life. So I'm sorry that this video is so long coming. I'm also sorry that it's not exactly a fun video. And if you've checked out by now, and you're not listening anyway, but if you've checked out by now, I don't blame you. But if you've continued watching through this whole long video, I hope that it's an encouragement to you. I still have beautiful fish in this tank, some of which are small, and I hope that they can grow to be large, beautiful fish like some of these others in the future. But learn from my mistakes here. If you're new to this, go slowly, get a few fish, wait a while, get a few more fish. And while it's okay to stock your tank heavily, remember that that comes at a price, and that price is work. You have to do the work to keep these fish healthy. And if you don't do the work, you're going to lose them. So again, I thank you for watching. I'm sorry again for this not being a light-hearted video, but I hope you've enjoyed looking at these fish while I've been talking. And I hope that as I bring you more videos in the upcoming days and weeks and months, that you can enjoy them and learn more positive things as well. I do have at least 2 or 3 more updates planned coming out, some things I'd like to talk about and share with you. But tonight, learn from my mistakes, but enjoy what you have. I want to thank those who've been posting videos long term, people like Jay Wilson and Steve Poland and Ben Ochart and others who've been posting videos, things that I've learned a lot from as I've learned how to be an African cichlid keeper. Thank you for those videos, guys. I don't know if you're going to watch this. There's many others. But I don't know if any of you are watching, but I appreciate what you do in sharing your videos. And I hope that in some small way, this video and others that I produce can be an encouragement and a help to others as yours have been to me. So thank you for watching. Even though this isn't a lighthearted video, I encourage you to share it and like it. Comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me experiences that you've learned, potentially the hard way. And tune back in. Hopefully more videos coming to you soon. Thank you to all of my subscribers. I appreciate you. And we'll have more coming your way soon.